Hi guys, it's Steve and Tina from Southertons. Thanks for pushing play. Now last week we talked about ways and means of turning your business around, and we came up with 10 points. We did 5 points last week, and they included revisiting and rewriting your business plan, meeting with key key people, revising those plans after you get advice from those key people, meeting with your employees, listening to what they have to say. They have input into the plan as well. And of course, meeting with your customers. Now this week, I want to talk about the next step is your key suppliers, making sure you do meet with your key suppliers, because sometimes they get nervous and they often hear it from your competitor that there might be an issue. That's what they call on the street. So you want to make sure that if you're on the front foot, maybe even you let them know you're having difficulties. You'd be surprised. Most suppliers will look after a business.
Yeah, that's true. So the other person that you really need to talk to, organisation, is the ATO. Often paying your taxes is the last thing that you put off when you're in difficulty, but it really is something you shouldn't ignore. You're much better off picking up the telephone or getting your advisor to pick up the telephone, talk to the ATO and put a plan in place. They're usually more forgiving than you would think.
Absolutely.
And happy if you've got a regular payment plan. They hate silence. So talk to the ATO is your 7th step.
Absolutely. And the 8th step, which is very, very similar, you need to let your bank know that you have a plan. Now, having loans or having a line of credit, that's all good and well. Don't send an email saying you're in difficulty. Mm-hmm. Pick up the phone, because your bank manager, knowing that there's an issue and that you're looking into it gives them reassurance.
That's right.
Doing nothing puts them on make them nervous Nellies, and we don't want that.
Okay, so the second last step is, again, probably one of the most difficult. Often if the business is in trouble, you need to look at your employment commitment or your wages. And if necessary, you may have to make some cuts. The advice here is make your first cut deep. In other words, don't think you're going to do a tranche of layoffs. It will just decrease morale and make everyone feel uncertain. So if you think you need to make cuts, go in and make the cuts that you need to first and foremost, and then put the remaining team's minds at rest by saying we've done what we needed to do. It's time to move on and rebuild and go forward positively.
And that's probably the hardest thing to do too. The next step is then having a look at your overheads on a line-by-line basis and cut any unnecessary costs. Look at what you may not need or what you might consider as a luxury, and let it go. You can always come back to it when things improve.
That's right. So that's our 10-point plan for turning a business around. I know it's been quick and it's over 2 weeks. I hope you've watched both videos. But remember that we're here to help you. We can honestly say that turning a business around is hard work, but the outcomes are definitely worth it. So call us today, 4972 1300, and let us help you turn your business around.
Thanks for watching.